We're joined by Paul Gallie, Director Business Development at AP Moller Capital. Welcome to TOC Africa, Paul.
Thank you very much, Peter.
You're fresh off the stage, having spoken about financing and investing in the African maritime trade. Can you just give us maybe a few highlights of what you were talking about today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the show has been really tremendous, and it's good to see that TOC is here in Africa and on the continent. AP Moller Capital, we've been established now for 6 years, and our first fund, the Africa Infrastructure Fund, we deployed $1 billion over the last few years, over 9 different companies in transportation and energy here in Africa. So it's a continent that we're very familiar with. We understand the risks, but we also know the opportunities. We have good risk mitigation measures, and at the same time, in the maritime space, we have a strong track record, together with my colleagues and our partners, of developing maritime infrastructure in the region. So I'd say more on the opportunity side. We've already invested in bulk terminals in Gabon and Côte d'Ivoire. Here in Morocco, we have the largest grain terminals together with a local partner as well. So I think all in all, Africa is definitely on the investment map, and we look forward to good future cooperation with local investment partners.
Are there any investment pitfalls that are specific to the region?
I'm not sure if they're specific to the region. You know, we say that we invest in emerging markets. I actually prefer the term high growth markets. There are always going to be risks, and there are going to be pitfalls as well. But providing that we do our due diligence and we really step carefully, then I think we can sort out the good investment projects. This is part of the dilemma here in Africa. It's not confined just to Africa. In other parts of the world as well, in Southeast Asia, in India, in Latin America, then there are always challenges when you're coming in to develop large infrastructure projects. But I think with the experience that we can bring, and actually with the track record that we've already done, then we're well placed together with our financial strength to implement them.
So you and your team at AP Moller, what are the sort of opportunities you're seeking out, and how do you go about finding where the investment's going to be best placed?
Yeah, so I think we follow the mega trends, that's for sure. I mean, from a top level, then we look at what's happening in both in the world and then in specific continents like Africa. Here in Africa already we've invested, let's say, in the mineral chain. So our ports in Gabon and Côte d'Ivoire heavily involved with transporting minerals which are important to those economies, but they're also important on the world stage, such as manganese and nickel, which go into steel production. Nickel goes into battery production for electric vehicles. Our terminal in Côte d'Ivoire also handles iron ore and lithium as well. So I think that's one theme, and then also the food security. Food security is absolutely vital, both to local population here in Africa, but also globally. We have the largest grain terminals here in Casablanca and in Jof Lasfar in Morocco. So making those terminals efficient and investing in state-of-the-art technology. These terminals are under expansion, and we also have a new facility in Senegal as well. Really shows that we have food security at our heart. Yeah.
Paul, it's been a great pleasure talking to you today. Thank you very much for bringing your knowledge and experience to TOC Africa.
It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to the next TOC Africa event.